Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, welcome back, I hope you're all well. I was just going to do a little video. I'm doing something else than what I planned totally, because just a minute ago I thought, right, I'll write down at the beginning where what I'm going to talk about, you can find more information. So I started to do this, I'll come back to this in a minute. I did it on here and it all come out untidy, but I don't want to throw this envelope away because it's got such a lovely feel, it's such good quality. So I'm thinking, let's stick it down. I'm just licking it. I'm thinking what we'll do is fold it up and make a double pocket. I know it could go in the bin, but I don't want it to go in the bin, so let's get my cutter and we'll get cracking. So, I hope you're all well, and everyone in the UK had a lovely bank holiday weekend. I did, I thought it was fabulous. Went to a festival, just chilled out with mates, had a good time, listened to the old school tunes that we all used to listen to and rave to back in the 90s, and that, it was brilliant. But yeah, so I've come back, and although I was knackered after being there, I do feel revitalised as well, because it took me back to my youth a bit, and yeah, made me feel really cool and happy. Had a nice chill out time with mates, and what more can you ask for? It was brilliant. Right, so I've completely messed up this envelope, haven't I? So I'm just going to gesso over this just to get it a bit lighter. And then I thought we could decoupage and just have a little play about with it. Make it into something beautiful rather than something that's going straight in the bin. Because it's, like I said, it's got a really nice quality. And, yeah, I don't want to throw it away. So I'm just trying to cover up this really bright blue writing. I'm sure once this is dried and we get a bit of decoupage or whatever going on, I'm sure it'll end up okay. But yeah, for the minute that's a bit thick, but it is hiding some of it. So I'm going to get my heat tool and start drying it, and then we'll see how it comes out. Right, it ain't come out great, but I'm going to give it a quick sand off. And it has dulled the colour from the dark, well, the bright blue. So I'm just giving it a little sand so that it's not so lumpy. But yeah, you're not going to really see much of it. I think I want to come up to about there, but I'll probably have, I don't know if to use that as my smooth side or that. Well, I think I'll go with this side. And we'll come up to about there. Let's grab bone folder to get a nice, let's see if I'm going straight, get a nice crease. Right, and then, yeah, we've got a pocket there, and we could have a pocket there, and then another one there. And if we went all the way round, we could have one behind, or at the side maybe, I'm thinking. Right, so yeah, what I've got this really lovely newspaper that was sent to my friend Maggie, and she kindly gifted some to me for me to use. I've got some images that I've cut out of magazines and brochures, all from the Isle of Wight, and yeah, I'll explain why. Most of you will probably know anyway, but yeah, I'll explain why in a sec. I've also got some napkins. I had another bit a minute ago that was, oh yeah, I've got this lovely one. I've got little bits and bobs. I've got more offcuts as well if I need them, you know. So I think we'll work on the back bit first of all, and we'll see how this comes out. I think what I'll do is we're only going to see that bit, so I'll go for the bigger letters, and I'm going to rip off about here It's really thin and delicate, this paper, so I don't want to go too heavy-handed and wreck it. But I'll just rip off the big number at the top, and I want to stick it on here, but I'm thinking as well of giving it a bit of colour. I'll do that after. Let's get it stuck on first. So I need to grab some glue, and I'm just going to use Mod Podge for this. What have I got? Matte at the moment, but I'm not too precious about what it is. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's gloss, whatever I get my hands on, really. So this surface is a bit lumpy, but it's no problem. Not going to see most of it. But I just want to get some of this gorgeous newspaper on, and then that will be like that. I just think that's brilliant. I love that. Right. And then maybe a bit of this. I'm thinking, this is such a gorgeous napkin. I've only got 2 of them to my name, so I've been saving and saving. I've had them for about, I don't know, coming up a year, maybe. I don't know. It might be less. I'm not very good with remembering the passage of time, but yeah, I have been sort of holding it, really. Didn't want to use it because it's too beautiful. But then you've got to, ain't you? You've got to use your things in your stash. That's why you have beautiful things. But I suppose where it was gifted to me as well from a special friend, yeah, I've just been holding it where I should have been using it. But have I took both bits off the back? Oh, we'll know in a minute, won't we? Maybe just a bit there. And then we'll see how that goes. Oh, no, before I stick this on, I want to get some colour on here. So I was thinking about spraying, but I think I'm just going to ink a bit. So let's cut off the excess, so that we know where our edges are. And yeah, just get a bit of colour on here. I can always dull it down if I want to. That's the beauty of the oxides rather than inks. You can spray them with water and then completely change. I've just using, I haven't even dipped this into anything. Just using what was on, and have a bit there. And yeah, like I said, if I wanted to, I could quickly show you a little bit. With the oxides, you spray water onto them, and then they react with each other, and so you can get them to, you need a bit more water, get them to mix in a bit, and yeah, move it about a little bit. And then yeah, I'll use my heat tool to blow it about a little bit. And so you see, once I've sort of sprayed the water on and it oxidises, the colour is a lot more subtle and seems to sort of bleed into one another, instead of having the sort of a block of this and a blob of that, you know. I'm not explaining it the best way, am I? But you know what I mean. I really like how the oxides do react and give you a bit of a chance to, I don't want that straight edge, give you a bit of a chance to play around, you know. Let's put that down here. And just try and get a little bit of ink towards the edge, because I didn't want the straight edge. I would rather have the torn. And that is gorgeous. I really love that. And I'll just cut off the excess. I should wait until it dries. I probably will wait until it dries. I'll dry it now. Right, so it's dry and I've cut off the excess, and I'm just going to give it a little light sand now, just to get the newspaper and the what do you call it, napkin feeling seamless, even though this is just the back. That is it, that feels gorgeous to me now, so I'm really happy with that. I was thinking I might put a little bit something inside and cut a little little chunk, a little bit out the middle. I've got a 1-inch punch, circle punch over here, and then I could sort of just put a little bit maybe of this behind on the inside, so we want roughly in the middle, just eyeballing it. Let's go down a bit deeper. Yeah. And that's where it ended up. Right, let's get a bit of ink on these edges. And then I just want a little something there, which will be this. There. No, coming from that way, I think I want it. Just in there like that. And maybe a little tiny bit of newspaper. Let's go down the bottom and grab a little bit. Right, and this is the tricky bit because I want to go inside, just so that the plain back isn't seen. I don't need a lot of glue or paper for it. That is probably plenty. I just want to dry it though, so that I don't stick it all together. Right, so I've dried the insides and I've put a bit of blue ink just on there. I'm going to put a bit of the seedless preserve as well on there. You're not really going to see it just when your hand's going in and out, but I thought it was a nice little thing. I might do the same here. Oh, excuse me. So now I can glue this bit down and work on here. But I might, before I glue it down, work on the inside. I think that would be the easiest way to do it. So, it's only going to be seen a little tiny bit. So, hang on. I'm confusing myself now. Right, it's got to go on that surface there. So, why I was coming on today, the reason why I messed up this envelope in the very first place was because I was writing down the name of Maggie and I's Facebook group and her email address as well, because on our art retreat that we are co-hosting in October, just after my birthday, it's going to be the 14th till the 18th, I think, of October, just after my little birthday, and we've still got 2 standard single rooms left and a single room with a side sea view left, and then I think we still have a twin available as well. So I was writing down the name of the Facebook group where all the information is that Maggie set up for us, because anyone that watches me, you know I'm not techie, am I? Not techie at all. So yeah, Maggie's done all of that side of things, and there's loads of information about what we'll be doing over that little short midweek getaway, because we'll be making a junk journal from start to finish. We're going to be making fabric paper. We've got a lady coming in one evening for a beadwork kind of thing. I've got bits and bobs, beads and dangles and different things that I'll be doing with you as well. We've also got a lovely outing planned, and it's an all-inclusive holiday. I'm just holding this ready to do this, but I don't want to turn it on, because otherwise I can't say what I've got to say. It's all-inclusive, so all your meals, your room, the tuition and everything is included. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. I think it's going to be brilliant. Right, so I've just dried off that little bit in there, and right, we'll work on this front bit now, and then I can cut the chink out. So now I can stick the sides down, and yeah, we can get cracking on the rest of it. So yeah, as I was saying before I started my hot blower up again, I think it's gonna be so cool, because like I said, it's an all-inclusive art related holiday. So all you crafters out there and artists out there will be, I'll be in my element, because we'll be using so much mixed media. There's a bit of everything, you know, and it don't matter whether you're a complete newbie or if you're just really well experienced. I'm sure there's going to be people on the course that are much more experienced than I am, but Maggie and I just thought it would be a really lovely break with like-minded people before like the cold harsh winter sets in, you know. So that's what I was doing when I was writing down the name of the Facebook group and also Maggie's email address. But yeah, I messed it all up and thought that looks like illegible. You can't, who knows what's at the end. It started off all right, got smaller and messier, and then just fell off the end of the page. So I thought I better do it again. But yeah, as I said, those envelopes are too gorgeous to waste. They really are. Right, I love these colours. No, we'll have a bit of orange. We'll go a bit crazy. Where's my orange blender? That's my yellow one, and I've got one exact same for my orange. I don't know where that's gone. Oh, here she is. Just dieted. Sorry, I was rummaging through all my different blenders. I don't like to mix them up. Right, and as I said, like, obviously they're big blobs now, but I think I'm going to stick that whole thing on and then spray them. Or I'll spray them first and then we'll stick it on. Really wetted that up now, and they can bleed into one another. And then I'll just dry them off. Right, it's all dried, they've bled into one another, lovely. And I want it all on. I'll cut off the excess after. Or should I just cut a straight line now? Let's see. I'll do some of the work. Yeah. And then it just makes it a little bit easier in a minute. Right. Get some glue on the envelope. And yeah, this is just a quick and easy thing to do, isn't it? And then either to go into your journal or just into your stash, so that you've got things made up. You know, because you never know when someone's going to want something, or you might be working on something and you just haven't got the time that you usually have. And something like this that was just going to go straight into the recycling because it was ruined is now a really handy thing that I can put in my stash, put it away, and it's ready when I need it. But yeah, so I will show you it again at the end. Our Facebook group, it's called Collective, but instead of collective our talk, innit? With an IF at the end instead of IVE. Just a little play on words, and that Maggie came up with. I'm sure she's having a knock at my accent. Oh no, she's not really. She's lovely. But yeah, we've I was putting that Oh, do I want a bit of this one? Oh, that's cute, isn't it? That is cute. Let me tear around it and just try and get just the bird with a little bit of outline. But yeah, I was putting that and her email address so that if anyone is interested, she's got the prices, the itinerary and everything, you know. She can fill you in properly. But yeah, I'm just giving you the gist of it, but she can give you the main deal of what it's all about. But all I know is that it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm so sure that we're going to have a lot of laughs, because me and Maggie, that's what we do when we're on the phone. Most of the time we're just laughing when we're sorting out, it's supposed to be working really, sorting out what's going to be happening, and that we just end up laughing about something. So I'm sure that this little break will be like that. But you'll come away, oh look at that, I love that. You can still see all the writing. Oh, I love it. That's brilliant. And I'm going to have a little bit of this near the edge. Just because it's so gorgeous. I think going down the whole length of this side. But yeah, it's 4 days. It's from the Monday to Friday. And yeah, it's not full on long days, you know, because I've got fibromyalgia and whatnot, among other things, and I can't cope with doing big long days. So what we're doing a session in the morning from like 11:30 till 1:30, I think, taking us up to lunchtime, and then we'll have our lunch, which, as I said, is all inclusive. So then we have that, and then after lunch we can have a rest and whatnot, and then I think we start again at about 4:30, and we do for a couple of hours then till either like 6 or 6:30. I'm getting this bit wrong now, I know I am. But from then, that's when I think I'm going to have this bit down here. I think I like the look of that, just hanging off just a bit. I'll leave that bit as it is. I'm going to put a bit of ink there, just lightly, and here and all, before I lay this down. And yes, yeah, so I know I've got another bit behind that, I think, but I think I'll tear that bit off, because I don't want that bit. And that will be just coming off of there. So we'll just get a bit of glue there, a little bit of the old Mod Podge, just hanging off, and I'll go over that and over this bit up here, because I can't remember if I did or I didn't. So and our little birdie, I'm just going to go over the whole lot, be on the safe side, and then I'll give it a dry off, and then we go from there. Right, so it's all dry now, and I've trimmed off the excess. I'll tell you what, for matte Mod Podge, it's got a bit of a sheen to it, but it definitely says matte on the thing. But yeah, since I've had that pot, I've always thought that I think they put it in the wrong one, because it's not very matte. Right, and we was going to have another bit here. I don't want to chop his head off. My little dicky bird, we just lost a little bit of his head, but it's just to show that there is another pocket behind, and so you can get your fingers in there, because sometimes it can be a bit tight, can't it? So you just give it a little sand. And yeah, I really love how you can see the Indian newspaper through our beautiful nightingale, which I don't know if it's a nightingale or not. I just said that. It could be anything. I don't know. We don't get them around here. I know that. It could be a budgie. The only time they're around here in people's houses in cages. Oh, I feel so sorry for them. I'm sorry if you do have a pet bird at home. I don't want to offend. But do you know what I always think? I always think, oh, if I was a bird and had wings and could fly anywhere, how depressed would I be if I was in a cage watching soap operas in someone's house, like on the telly, or, do you know what I mean, sitting there with reality TV on, stuck in a cage. When I've got wings, I could be flying, I could be travelling the world with my own little wings, looking at everything from up high. I'm rambling now, and I'm like the ramblings of a mad woman. But that's what I always think when I see little birdies in cages in people's living rooms. But yeah, if you do have one, I don't mean to offend. I'm sure your one is very happy. I just always put myself how I would feel as a bird, but I ain't a bird, am I? If I was a bird, I might be sick of all that flying and glad of the rest and the food that I don't have to hunt for. Hey, you never know how you'd feel. But yeah, I'm standing like a lunatic now, but that was just a quick and easy. And so, like I said, when it goes in the journal, you could have a pocket behind or at the side, and then you've got a nice deep pocket there, another one there, and another one there. So, saved from the bin and fit for a journal. I'm going to leave you now just with that short and sweet one, and I'll bring over, I didn't use none of my cut-out images, but their turn will come. I'll use them in a collage or something, making up something else. But this is what I was trying to write on this poor little envelope that I mullered. So, our Facebook group is called Collective, like that, spelt like that, Junk Journaling. Or, if you want some information and you just want to talk one-to-one to Maggie, or you haven't got Facebook or what have you, her email address is artofmakingmiracles, all one word, nothing in between, artofmakingmiracles@gmail.com. So that is us, where you can find us. Well, I'm saying find us. You'll find me here on this YouTube channel. I'm a bit rubbish at social media. I'm on there now and again. But Maggie has got all the info for you if you would like it. And as I said, there's a couple of single rooms. There's another single room with a sea view, a side sea view. And there's a couple of twin rooms going if you want to come with one of your mates or something like that. So you can go there for all the information. I hope we've had fun. I've had fun today. I'm making a little envelope out of something that was going to go in the bin. I hope you've had fun too. I'll be back with something else very soon. Thanks for watching. I do love you and thank you so much for your support. Bye for now. Bye.